And it was a relief to be told I had MS, because I realised that with him telling me, we don't really know what's wrong with you, my family thinking, oh, is he really unwell and all that? Is he kidding on, you know? But I just get told, and I was actually relieved, not happy, but relieved that I had something wrong with me, something I could look at and say, well, this is what's wrong, this is how we deal with it, take it for there, you know? And that's how I've been. I've been pretty positive and upbeat about the whole thing ever since the day I was diagnosed. And that's basically a sort of short explanation. And I've continued to go that way. And for anybody else that's scored it, I would say try and stay as positive as you can. And it's kind of frustrating, because you see people, you think there's nothing wrong with them, and then they're claiming mental health stuff. And I'm pretty negative about mental health.
Sure.
And I was, and I still am a wee bit. And it might sound contradictory here, but mental health is something that I think, am I taking an easy way out by sort of saying my mental health's been affected? I don't think it was affected the whole time as I knew it. But over the years, and hearing that other people had mental health problems or symptoms or things wrong with them, and I started to look, and it probably did become a big thing for me, right up until before the lockdown.
Sure.
The lockdown. To a point when I thought, I was just fishing about wee things and listening to wee snippets and my family and stuff, and I thought, I'm going to go and see about this, because this could be possibly affecting me. I was very, very negative about it, about going to see counsellors, and how can somebody tell me what's wrong with me, and any chance, you know. I was total against it. I'll use the word against, but keen to try it. Sure. Crazy, but I done it, and I don't think I've looked back. My own eyes, I've not looked back. It was one of the best things I've ever done. And I keep saying, as I said, contradicting myself, because I don't think that, or I don't know if speaking to the counsellor here is the reason that I'm feeling the way I feel today. But I think it must have had. I've got to be thankful for that. I think speaking to the counsellor here must have had something to do with the way I feel today, as opposed to the way I felt when I came through the door the first day. Yeah. It did massively, Scott. And again, I say massively, but I'm still knocking it. I'm still knocking the counselling side. It made me speak about, not about anything traumatic that went on in my life or anything like that, just that somebody was prepared to listen. It was a quiet space. It was time. You felt good. I had a lot of correspondence with Geraldine. Geraldine was a counsellor. She was great. She spoke back, and we seemed to gel right away. We bounced off one another, and she was dead easy to speak to. I know it's got a stigma. I wanted personally to hang on to the stigma. Sure. Oh, don't go there. And you can't. I'm a man. I'm not telling anybody that I've the mental health problems and all that, or I think I've got mental health problems, or I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. Don't. I would advise anybody, and I'm the expert, but if you've got problems like that, or you feel as if you have even a wee touch, speak to somebody who you think is the right person. And luckily, I spoke to 2 or 3 friends that put me wide or fly to mental health problems, guys that I know that have been through things that I was going through, and culminated. Latterly, I ended up speaking to Geraldine here. I spoke to somebody at the MS Centre who put me in touch with Geraldine. It was one of the best things I think I've done. Do you know what I mean? And I keep saying that I'm feeling as if I'm contradicting myself, but if I'm being sensible about the whole thing, I think speaking to Geraldine for the number of weeks that I spoke to her, definitely had an impact on me feeling the way I feel now, as opposed to prior to coming. I've got loads to say to people that I think if it could help them, for somebody so negative, if anybody that maybe knows me, they'd be like, no chance, you know, he's no. And I would swear by going to speak to somebody like Geraldine. I'm not saying it worked. I'm not saying it worked for me. I'm not saying anything like that, but it might work for them. But I think it's crucial that you speak to somebody about it. And it's a cliche. It's speak to somebody, you know, even if you're a guy or you're a man, you think you're this, you're that, speak to somebody. It's an old cliche, but it is a cliche, but you need to do it. I think it really helps. It helps massively if you're feeling on the slippery slope. And I didn't have thoughts of anything crazy, I must be honest about that. But I just felt as if, no, again, and Groundhog Day every single day, getting ready to do nothing. And I'd hate to think what it was like for somebody that really suffered badly for it. I know I'm knocking it and all that, but you can't knock it. It's a very, very serious thing. I believe, through being told, I'll say again, I was ignorant to it all and roll my eyes at mental health, people with mental health. Just one of the typical Glaswegian guy. You know, everybody, mental health, will jump on that bandwagon, but it must be really traumatic. And it probably was for me, and I didn't realise it, but I done something about it.